Hi, everyone. I'm Chris with AffinityHM, and welcome to the show CPAP for Beginners and Experts. My name is Chris, and I've been setting up CPAPs, BiPAPs, APAPs for about 30 years. And I just wanted to share some information with you that I believe is going to be really super helpful to a lot of people to understand exactly why is it that I need to use CPAP. So we have 10 reasons to don't quit CPAP. So don't quit your CPAP. And I'm going to share with you these 10 reasons right now. So stay with us and I hope that you enjoy the show. Now get your fingers limbered up because my intentions are, I hope that what you will do is I'm going to give you some clues and show you a little bit of information. And I'd like for you to put in comments what you think is the actual reason as we're going along here. So let's go ahead and get started with reason number one, and it might even be one of the most important reasons. Take a look at this. This is the hint. It's in the center of your chest. So just put in comments what you think might be the reason to not quit the CPAP with that little piece of information. And the answer is your cardiovascular system. CPAP actually helps your cardiovascular system tremendously. It's not just the CPAP, but it's the fact that you're getting REM sleep, you're breathing, obviously, your heart and your lungs are sort of the same machine almost. The job of the lung is to get oxygen into the blood, and the job of the heart is to get the blood all around your body. So obviously, if one part of that machine is not getting what it needs, it's going to hamper the entire machine. So the reason number one is your cardiovascular system. Now, reason number two. Reason number two, many of us have experienced this, could be perhaps a husband or a wife who's having the actual problem. But what do you think reason number two is? Put it in comments if you can figure that one out. Obviously, there's no sound in that video, so it may be a little tougher to figure out. But the answer is stop snoring. Now, I've said many times on the show that actually snoring is not a problem. That's not really a medical issue, but it is a huge indicator. It's one of the huge indicators that you may actually have sleep apnea. So if you're snoring very loudly, that's one of several big indicators that you might actually have sleep apnea. But the benefit to using that CPAP and not quitting is that you will stop snoring. All right, so let's check out number three. Number three. This one is going to be a little tougher, but what I'd like you to realize is that actually using your CPAP can make you love your bed and actually love going to sleep when it's time to go to bed. It's because, and the answer to number three is that you're going to be getting some good REM sleep. REM sleep, REM, rapid eye movement. It's the deepest stage of sleep. There are many different stages of sleep, and we're going to talk about that a little bit more as well. But using your CPAP will help you get really good REM sleep. And from getting that REM sleep, so many other benefits start coming along through that. All right, let's take a look at number four. Number four, using your CPAP helps you get more. And I know that video makes it a little difficult, but it starts with the letter E. It starts with the letter E. And I think many of you probably have experienced that when you wake up in the morning after a good night of CPAP usage, you actually have so much more energy. Sometimes that takes a little while to come along. It may be in the very beginning that you're still kind of feeling the same and not, maybe struggling with the CPAP and not getting the benefits. But on down the road, as you begin to acclimate and get more and more used to the CPAP, then the energy levels will definitely increase. Now, with this one, what is another reason to never quit your CPAP? I would say that almost everyone who uses CPAP actually loses some weight. And there are many reasons for the weight loss that would occur. One is if you're not getting REM sleep, it tends to trigger a lot of night eating. People will wake up, from an apneic episode, go to the refrigerator, eat. And obviously, if you're going back in bed, you're not burning any of that. So weight gain happens with those who suffer from sleep apnea. And then also the energy level that you have during the day is going to increase. So you're going to want to be out doing more. Even your resting metabolism is higher when you're using CPAP. So even when you're sitting, that means that you're going to be burning more energy. Now, I know that some of you, and I've seen it in the group that on Facebook, CPAP for beginners, are talking about, hey, I've gained weight. And I really believe that the weight gained for some specific, very few, but some people do actually gain some weight. And I think that actually is coming from maybe more energy. So you're perhaps going out to restaurants more than you did before, or something along that line. So generally speaking, and most of the time, using CPAP will help you to actually lose weight. All right, let's check out here. Number 7. The clue that I have for you here goes back into that REM sleep. So when you're actually getting REM sleep, then you are more likely to, and it starts with the letter D. You're more likely to have dreams, and really good dreams, by the way. None of these nightmarish type dreams, but good, nice, happy, vivid dreams happen when you're getting the very best REM sleep. So that was number 7. And these actually are going to start getting better right now, even. Number 8. Number 8 is huge. And this happens so often when you're using CPAP. You can actually expect that if you have had problems with high blood pressure, it's very likely that your blood pressure could get back in check. Not getting REM sleep is extremely stressful on the body. We talked about the cardiovascular system a little bit. So when that becomes more healthy, then your entire system is more healthy, and the blood pressure can actually drop. So many people who have began using CPAP previously, having to treat high blood pressure with lots of medications, sometimes and often are able to decrease that amount of medication, or perhaps even get off of that medication. Of course, that's something you would do through your doctor, with your doctor, on a regimen, and paying attention to how things are changing. But I see it all the time. Using CPAP successfully can definitely get your blood pressure and lower your blood pressure. And we are already on number 9. Number 9 is basically has to do with your body. You're a human being, and your relationships, your close relationships. So what I would say is the answer to number 9, the reason to not quit doing your CPAP is that it improves your romantic physical relationship. So it definitely can bolster so many things, hormones in your body. Your energy level is higher, your mood is better, and generally you're just a better person overall, and that helps with your romantic relationships. And the last and final one is actually indicating that whenever you actually use your CPAP on a regular basis, this road that you're looking at here is a long and winding road through the middle of, looks like maybe the desert. And the road just seems to never end. It goes on and on and on. So by using your CPAP on a regular basis, there have been studies that prove that your life will be longer. So your life is going to be longer. And as a matter of fact, you're also, not only is your life going to be longer, but look at these two. They're actually about 10 years older than what they look. So you will actually look younger, and your life will be longer whenever you are successful with using your CPAP. So many of you guys are wondering, why did I put a picture of some burning ships on the deal right there? I put a picture of burning ships because really the key to using CPAP, I'm going to tell you a story. The key to using CPAP is to make a huge commitment that you are going to, no matter what, go ahead and stick with it and keep using your CPAP. Many people, about half of the people who start CPAP, have some difficulties and troubles. And it's really a matter of making a strong commitment. So I want to tell you a story. It goes all the way back to the year 1519, and it has to do with burn the ships. And by the way, before we get into it, you can see running across the bottom of the screen right now, if you comment hashtag burn the ships, all as one word with no spaces, hashtag burn the ships, then you will be automatically entered into a contest to win a gift card, which we're going to do here in just a moment. So 1519, there was a man named Hernan Cortez. He was from Spain, a Spanish conquistador, a warrior, a leader. And at the same time, at this year, if you haven't ever heard this story, this is a fascinating and wonderful story about commitment. And so he at the same time was the Aztecs. The Aztecs in the Yucatan Peninsula area and throughout the lower portions of Mexico. They were a very, very wealthy civilization. The Aztecs had more gold and more silver than anyone in the entire world. For 600 years prior to Hernan Cortez learning about it, the previous 600 years, many military vessels had gone over there to try to conquer the Aztecs, always beaten down. The Aztecs had a tremendous army, a powerful army, and everyone who went over there to try to conquer the Aztecs were totally annihilated and destroyed. Well, Hernan Cortez had a different strategy, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about that. It has to do with mindset and burning the ships. So Cortez gets his men together, about 500 men, about 100 sailors. And you can look this up on Wikipedia, by the way. This is a true story. He had 11 ships. He went to the Yucatan Peninsula to try to conquer the Aztecs and win the treasure that they had over there. And once he got his men over to the beach, they landed on the beach, and Cortez said to his men, he said, tonight, we're going to rest up. We're going to take it easy. But tomorrow, we are going to fight. So after you get a little bit of rest tonight, in about 2 hours, I want all of you men to burn those 11 ships that we came from Spain on. And the men were like, what? Okay, we come over here to fight and win, and then we want to go back home afterwards. Or some of the men may have been thinking, well, we will fight and lose, and we still have our ships to get back home on. Well, this is the reason that Cortez wanted the ships burned, because by burning the ships, that meant that there was no exit plan. There's no alternative option. So the men did what the boss said. They burned the 11 ships. So at this point, they had zero options except for one. If they wanted to save their own lives, they had to win the battle. And that is so much just like CPAP. It's like, get your mind set so that you know that you are going to do this, and you are going to ask questions, and you're going to meet the challenges as they come, if there are challenges. But burn your ships. That's my suggestion. Burn your ships. Don't let there be an exit plan. Just go ahead and decide that, have that mindset that I'm going to be successful with this. And, I just gave you 10 really great reasons that success is worth it. It's absolutely worth it. So that's my suggestion. Burn the ships and be successful and have a wonderful, wonderful life. So I hope that you enjoy that story. A true story, like I said. Now I want to take a look over here at comments. Let's see what people are up to here. I see that we are answering questions, and I see heart snoring. Yeah, y'all were getting the questions answered correctly. That's awesome. That is awesome. All right. Does anybody have any questions for me? Bob Albright has a comment. Let me throw that up here. Mr. Albright. Hello. Welcome, Bob. Bob Albright, he says, I'm 71 now. I do wish that I had a sleep study done 10 years ago. It's the best thing that ever happened to me as far as my health goes. So, Bob, I'm guessing that this is something new to you. That's right. I knew that. You really probably, most people who have sleep apnea and discover it later, later in their years, probably developed the sleep apnea in their 40s or 50s, because that is the bulk age of the people who are coming to us wanting and needing CPAP equipment for the first time, is usually mid 30s to mid 50s, I would say is the age range. And so that's part of our mission here with AffinityHM, is to educate people. I don't know if y'all heard that stat that I threw out on the last video, but there's about 22 million people in the US who have sleep apnea, and about 80% of that 22 million don't even know that they have sleep apnea. So I tell you what, why don't you, all of you guys who are watching this right now, do me a favor, like this video, thumbs up it. If you don't mind, share it publicly to your friends. Let people know, because so many people need this and they don't even know. All right. So thank you, Bob, for that. I appreciate it very much. I see William is here. We got everybody joining. Bob Albright is here. Tammy Martin is here. Welcome, Tammy. Kimberly, my friend, is here. We have some others here as well. I saw some other names. All right. Kevin is here. All right. Good. Well, thank you guys all for being here. And I'm sure that you are hoping to get a gift card from AffinityHM.com. Let me take a look at that. And yes, we have several people entered into the contest already. If you haven't done it yet, you got just a couple of seconds left to type into comments, #BurnTheShips, all is one word. And you are going to be entered into the contest to win a gift card from AffinityHM.com. All right. So I'm not very good at doing two things at one time. So now you guys know, y'all know the truth. All right. So let me share this screen so you all can see what we have happening here. And let me just make sure you can see that right now. If you happen to have a question, now's a good time to go ahead and drop that question, because after this drawing here, I'm going to answer any questions that you guys have right here. So let's do it. The winner of the Affinity HM gift card tonight is Patty Tucker. Patty Tucker. Congratulations, Patty. All right. And I see Patty is watching from YouTube. Thank you for being here, Patty. Appreciate it very much. And Patty, what you would want to do is actually go ahead and find our email. It's admin@affinityhm.com. Shoot me an email. Don't put any of your personal information out here, but just shoot me an email. All that I need is your email address. So just shoot me an email. Let me know that you're the winner. And what I'll do is tomorrow morning, send you back a gift card to AffinityHM.com. So thank you, guys. I appreciate everyone. Let's see if we have any questions here. I see that everyone is congratulating Patty. And so that is everything that we got. So I appreciate it, guys. And we will have another video on the screen here. Click that video and check out Affinity HM across the internet. By the way, this also is on a podcast now, CPAP for beginners and experts. So driving in the car, you can connect up with your Apple, your Spotify, your iHeartRadio, whatever it might be. Just look up CPAP for beginners and experts, and we'll cruise together out on the highway. All right. Well, I hope everybody has a wonderful night. Thank you for being here, and we will see you next time, same place. Y'all have a good night. Bye-bye.